Oh, today was an eventful day. Actually, I should say yesterday was an eventful day. Because right now it's about 4:45 in the morning on the 20th. So, uh, yesterday the 19th, I didn't get to make the video, so I thought I'd do it today, this morning, before the day got started with its own excitement. Um, anyhow, so yesterday the plan was to go in for an MRI, where they would look and see what's really going on inside my head. Now, a couple of weeks ago, they did look in there, and like I mentioned before, they found two tumors and quickly removed one of them with the plan of removing the next one on Friday. But yesterday, the plan was to do an MRI so they can map and navigate how to get to that second tumor because of its location. It's it's near the center of the brain. Um, the first one wasn't there. I wish I can have some pictures to show you. Maybe I'll try to get some before. But they had gotten the first one, and now it looks like a big hole in my head. The second one is going to be in there for a little bit right now. So I had an MRI yesterday, and they looked around, and then they went home, left, and as soon as I got home, got a phone call. Hey, need for you to come back. We're going to start your treatment early. Basically 1 day earlier than before. So went right back down. Of course, me hearing that, thinking the worst, right? I mean, I could not. I mean, what's the difference between 1 day to the next? So quickly got back down there. It took another 45 minutes or so because the doctors had to look at the MRI. Thankfully, they had the time and they didn't push it off a week or a month or whatever. They looked at it right that morning because they needed to set a plan up to get after the next tumor. So called back, went down there, and to have a chat basically to start. So in the conversation, they said there were actually 3 tumors. Two with the intention of removing, and one, because of its size, would treat with what's called Gamma Knife. And the way I understand Gamma Knife, it's more of a precision radiation attack, basically. So instead of just doing a blanket radiation over an area, it's like pinpoint radiation. So that's how it is. But of course, after looking at the MRI, they found a couple of other areas of something I'm just right now only going to refer to as LM. And the reason why is because I don't want anyone Googling it and reading what's on Google, and then ascribing it to where I'm at right now. But I know people that may figure it out that are that I'm friends with that are in medical, but I still ask you not to Google it. Or if you do and you know what it is, understand it's in such an early stage that based on what the doctors are saying, like, this is when you want to catch it. This is where the best, you know, chance for high prognosis. And you know, you fight even harder at this point. um, I have no effects of any of this. I walk around, stand around, everything feels great. I feel great. Now, had they found this 6 months, a year from now, we'd be having different conversations. But like I said, I'm just going to refer to it as LM, and those who know what it is understand that this was found, like, it wasn't there 2 weeks ago, and it's there now, and that's how early it is. And with the treatment based on the doctor, look, they can't make any promises, you know, but there's very high, very high, yeah, things are very. Hey, you want to look at the positive? If you got to get it, now he's going to get it. And with the treatments, you have a plan. You know, develop a plan. These are the treatments. This is what we're doing. You know, I'm not going anywhere. You guys are going to get annoyed and stuck with me for a while. And Stewie. For a long time. Be annoying you for another 20 years at least. So, yeah, it's really wasn't a fun day yesterday. I mean, are any of these days fun? No. Well, I guess it depends on what aspects you're looking for. I mean, one line, it was hard not to have the tears roll, but at the same time, it was a relief, you know. And you know, we know the best will come of it. And yeah, it's kind of where that is. I do have to go today, now the 20th, get another gamma knife treatment. Basically, all I do, yeah, I lay there. It's a 2-hour treatment. Gave me some Xanax yesterday, and I lay down, and stick a mask on my face, and I take a nap. A couple of hours later, I'm out. Then they'll do another one on Friday, and then after that, we wait. They'll allow time for whatever swelling or anything that's happening to subside. So I think maybe a couple of weeks, and they'll do another scan, if I remember correctly, and see if there's any changes. Hopefully in the positive. We're not looking for negative changes. And go from there. And I know there are people in way worse positions than me. Way worse. Like, they would take what I got based on what they have to go through. And honestly, where I was a year ago, I would take that over what's going on now. I mean, there's something about knowing there's stuff happening in your head over stuff happening, say, in your stomach or your esophagus or somewhere else like that. It feels like when it's in the law below your neck, there's more you can do. Somebody can cut open and take this portion out and put this in and move this around, and voila, you get to go, drink some chemicals, well, chemo, and zap away with radiation. and you're good. Something about thinking about when it's in your brain, it's, well, I mean, there's really, you feel like, all right, what the hell? Yeah, it's in there. Stuff's in there. What's going on? I have to admit, though, that since my initial craniotomy, I know craniotomy sounds a whole lot worse than brain surgery. It still sounds very not cool as well, but there's a clarity, there's just this ability to, everything like a haze lifted over the past year, basically. That I've had people say, there's something off, there's something strange, different about you, and it's, I guess, one of those things. I'm not ascribing it totally to that, but when talking to the doctor yesterday, he's like, your brain was squished inside there based on the tumor, especially the one they took out. I mean, that, like I said, that first one that they took out was 4.5 centimeters. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but I mean, take a measurement, 4.5 centimeters, and put it up against your head, and imagine that's inside of you. And now your brain, the soft matter, is pushing around within your skull. So now that's removed, the pressure is removed. Yeah, you feel different. You think a little different, well, not different, maybe a lot different. That clarity, things that you do or don't want to do. It's just the focus starts coming back, and you start feeling like you again. Not that you didn't feel like you when you were going through, but you didn't realize you weren't feeling like you. These things creep up, right? Because that thing doesn't just 1 second's there, next thing 1 minute, I say 1 second it's not there, next second's there. So you'd feel that drastic change. You compensate in life as things change, and you go with the changes thinking, hey, I'm getting older, I'm getting this, I'm getting that, and and once you realize it was a bad thing that wasn't, then it's taken out, and you're like, holy crap, something else too was affecting that I didn't control, I wasn't able to control, didn't know. And it comes out, and you're like, oh, there I am again. There's that thinking, there's that, there it is. Now, I'm not just saying everything that I've done through the past however long is strictly because of what's happening in my head. I mean, that just sounds like a cop-out to life, but it wasn't helping, So, but I think it's about dealing with what's happening now and moving forward, and showing everyone I'm back. So, like I said, today got another session under the Gamma Knife. Should take a couple hour nap. Basically, that's what I'm gonna do. Go take a nap, let them do their thing, and go from there. Then do it again tomorrow. Then figure out what I can do to stay busy the rest of the day, because I wouldn't lie, I'm not allowed to work, so I am antsy as you cannot imagine. I'm not allowed to do any strenuous exercises. I'm not allowed to, I need to be walking around more and just staying active in general. So I guess maybe go for longer walks, eating better. I'd like to say get caught up on watching movies, but To be honest, I've looked around. I've started about 5 or 6 movies, and they suck. There's a lot of horrible movies out there. And some of them have actors I really like, and then I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is horrible. There's no wonder I haven't heard about this. Maybe I need to get Movie Pass in the movie theater. I don't know. So, yeah. But that was yesterday, and a little bit of what the plan is for today. I will create another one of these. I'm going to try to do them daily of what's going on. I'm going to try to get back on focus with other things as well too. Because like I said, this haze feeling feels gone, you know. And stay busy and do what has to be done, man. You know, I can sit here wallowing and crying over stuff I cannot change, or do what got to get done. Gotta fight the fight, right? But yeah, like before, anybody has any questions, man, I am stoked, happy to answer them. Even with what that other thing is that I said I'm not gonna say, because I think context is needed when you find out what it is. Because some people can have that and it's like you get 3 weeks, or some people have it and they're like, all right, let's take care of it. You're good to go. So that's why I'd rather you folks not Google it, and then when you look it up, the sample they give you is from 0 to 100, as opposed to what I was told for me. So, I'm not in hospital. I'm at home. I'm doing stuff. I'm going to the store. We're making dinners. We're hanging out with kids. That's different than someone else that's sitting and laying in a hospital bed. Anyhow, so gonna have another fun day today, but since I didn't get to do this yesterday before going to bed, I wanted to do it first thing in the morning. Hope you guys have a fun time today.